I've been watching way too many Netflix shows recently. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, how you doing, bro? Welcome back to the Mike Yanek Show, episode 58. Whoa, show business, baby, yeah. Hope that you're doing well. I'm watching way too many Netflix documentaries and shows, and I'm up to here, okay? I've been watching so much Latin America documentaries on the like fucking revolutions and government coups, and then I started watching Narcos, which is absolutely insane show. Okay, like what the hell, bro? Then I watched documentaries on the Mexican cartels and drugs and leaders and oh my god, all this crazy stuff. And I was watching some documentaries about Venezuela today and Cuba, and oh my god, bro. And as you can see, I'm growing my hair out and my facial hair, and I just want to start looking like a Mexican gangster, okay? Because oh my god, let me tell you something, okay? In Latin America, everybody's attractive. This is the one thing I learned from all those documentaries. Everybody's good looking. I mean, what the hell, bro? Everybody has a nice skin complexion, and everybody's cheerful. Even the people who are killing shitloads of people and doing very bad stuff, they all have sense of humor. They all have like their leisure time. Everybody has a cigar, a Cuban cigar in their mouth, from a little kid to a 90-year-old grandpa, whatever. Everybody smoking cigars, and they like to dance and stuff, and it seems like a fun place. Okay, let's just put it that way. I mean, there might be political instabilities, but it seems like a fun place, and the women are all fucking gorgeous, and I was like, Jesus Christ, man, I want to visit one day. But yeah, I'm very inspired because I'm a guy that is like waves. I have waves in my life non-stop, meaning I get obsessed with something and I was like, oh my god, this is my life for the next 4 weeks or whatever, and then I grow out of it, and now I'm in my Latin American fucking documentaries and history, politics, and all that type of stuff wave right now. So I'm growing out my hair and stuff, but yeah, there's nothing happening right now in my life because we are under still lockdown, and it's been I feel like a prisoner. I feel like I'm one of those. What's that movie with Tom Hanks? Castaway. I feel like I'm like a guy on a lonely island, and I'm out there looking into the fucking never-ending ocean. And I have like on a little rock I put every day that passes. I put like a little symbol or whatever. So it's been I don't know, it's been almost 1 year over here, you know what I'm saying? And I spoke to my parents the other day, my family, because they all get together and stuff on Sunday, just catch up and have drinks and food and all that stuff. They're living life over there, living the vida loca, you know what I'm saying? There's no lockdown, no nothing. My mom was like, no, what lockdown? No, everything's open. The mall is open and everybody goes to the mall. And that's it. And they go around and they drink vodka, rakia. They're having time of their life, okay? And weather's good over there. So yeah, but I'm here now, okay? I love it in the UK, but it's been a while. So what I'm trying to say is, I kind of start running out of stories, okay? Because, my personal story, I've been doing this almost 60 episodes, right? And in each episode, I usually tell you one story or a bit of a story from back in the day, okay? And usually because, I always get myself into trouble or to silly situations, and when I go out, I accumulate, like, in a week, I accumulate like 4 stories, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I'll never run out of stuff to talk about over here, And when I do the gigs, always something happens, and it's funny and it's silly, and then I report and I do my little vlogs or whatever. Fun times, okay? But I've been locked for literally 1 year, bro, and I haven't done anything. I mean, I still, for the amount of inactivity that I've done for the last 1 year, I have a lot of material for that 1 year, but it's mostly stuff that I seen on Netflix, or disappointing my girlfriend in many ways. Okay, I'm very good at that, but I don't see anybody else. And all my civilian mates who are not comedians, they're all scared and stuff. They don't want to show their face outside, so I haven't seen them in ages, So what I'm trying to say is today, and probably the next episode as well, so I can conserve some of my stories, so I can spread them out. And I think that pretty soon, in a few weeks, they'll open us up again. And if they open comedy, oh bro, I'm chomping at the bit. Honestly, I've missed it so much. Oh dude, I have so much new material that I need to try on stage. It's so fucking ridiculous, and I'll go balls to the wall, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's so funny because my dad, he loves like rock music and stuff. And but the thing is, he doesn't speak no English. The poor guy, you know what I'm saying? He knows like 7 words or whatever. And one day he was like, "Hey, can you translate something for me?" He actually speaks like that, yes. And I always translate rock lyrics to him. And you know, rock music is fun. I love it so much. And like some of the lyrics are very profound and very. They talk about overcoming stuff or love or the love of rock and roll and whatever. You know what I mean? They're nice lyrics, but sometimes the lyrics are silly. So he showed me. I don't know what's the name of that group. Anthrax or no? I think it's another one. I don't know. Pantera. I'm not sure. No, Steel Panther is. So there's like these rock groups. You probably know them, but if you're young, you don't probably know. But there's a group called Pantera, which is like that's a badass name for a band. By the way, I love it. And I don't listen to them, but I've seen, you know, like someday one of the album covers is like a guy getting punched in the face. Which is such a funny, it's such a funny visual for a, but it represents everything. Like you don't like seeing that image, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You're gonna get, you know, musical punch to the face pretty much, and it's like black and white. And look, a guy receiving a punch over here, and I think it just says Pantera. Was it like something with violence? I think was the name of the album. So I think they have this song. But hold on, before that, there's another group called Steel Panther, you know? And is that the same? Like Panther and Pantera is that's the same, right? Panther, I don't know. But Steel Panther is my dad. My dad, my dad is such a funny guy. If he doesn't speak English, it'll be funny to have him on the podcast. But I have to subtitle everything. That's gonna be fucking crazy. It's gonna take such a long time. He's so funny though because he listens to all the rock, like all different types, and he loves like glamour rock as well. But when you see him, you'll be like, "There's no way this guy listens to glamour rock." You know what I mean? He's like an ex-military guy and stuff, and he wears like biker jackets and like he's a big guy now, but you know, like these weird. Like either he wears like an Iron Maiden shirt, you know, big shirt with the whole shirt is covered with an image, or he wears these weird shirts. I talked about it back in the day with like Native Americans and wolves howling at the moon and all type of wild shit. You know what I mean? Oh, so funny. And but when you see him, you'll be like, "There's no way." But he loves even the glamour rock, and glamour rock. You know, if you don't know, it's pretty much before drag queens became mainstream. Back in the 80s, they used to be these predominantly white dudes, let's be honest, who used to dress up pretty much like women and sing about the devil. Oh my god. And listen, in America people went crazy because the it was so funny because like the was it the religious right wingers or whatever in America back in the 90s. Even I remember when I was a kid, they used to, even in Bulgaria, some of the conservatives, they wanted to ban rock as bad and evil and video games, you know, because when Mortal Kombat came out, it was so violent and stuff for that day, you know, 93 or 94 or whatever. And they were like, "Oh my god, this is so bad and stuff." But it was so funny because when you see them, they didn't look, you know, like intimidating. They looked so funny. I mean, let's be honest, glamour rock is hilarious. I'll post some pictures. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, check it out. But I'll post some pictures here. But they look ridiculous. You know what I mean? They're not scary. But yeah, so Panther and Steel Panther, like completely different. You know what I mean? Similar names, and you probably think when you hear of Panther and Steel Panther, you're probably thinking, "Oh, Steel Panther is definitely more, you know, stronger than Panther, you know, because it's a panther that is made out of steel." No. I was very drag queen ish. I love it, bro. Just go to YouTube sometime when you're bored and just watch old school like rock videos and stuff. And, dude, sometimes when I'm really bored or whenever I'm sad in the evening or whatever, I like to go to YouTube and just look at pets, people's pets, you know, like little dogs and puppies or exotic pets and lizards and turtles. It cheers me up. You know what I mean? Seeing a baby turtle or seeing like a puppy or whatever, I become wholesome. You know what I'm saying? So all this crazy madness that I have in my life, all the destructive energy that I am composed of. No, I'm not. I'm a sweet boy, but all of that goes away, and I feel joy in my heart, you know. But sometimes when I'm bored, I just like to go and look at old school stuff. Just go and look at movies from the 60s and the 70s. The first thing you'll notice, you'll be like, there's. Watch a movie, doesn't matter what type of movie from the 70s. I guarantee you, 5 minutes in, you'll just stop and you'll be like, there's no way they can recreate that movie today. No fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Because things have changed so much. It'd be like this. There's no way you're allowed to speak that way or to behave that way or to cast the people like that in a movie, bro. We're not talking somebody's fucking backyard or whatever and private. No, in a blockbuster movie that the whole country will see in America or whatever, mostly because, Hollywood or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then even dude, I watched Family Guy, so I got like this. I don't know if you can see it. I got like this box set here from right before they closed us. It was late December. I love to go to charity shops, right? And I always drag my girlfriend with me whenever we're out or we're together. I was like, we every single day I visit the charity shop, and she said I used to love charity shops, but now I don't because I live in them. Which is kind of true. But that's it. I love to go there because you can find deals. You can find some very cheap stuff. I'm a collector. I like to collect stuff, but I kind of chilled out now because I need to save up some money so I can make some correct investments. You know what I'm saying? I need to buy some stuff for the studio or whatever. And you can find stuff for yourself, but you can always find stuff that you can resell or you can flip and all that stuff. And I like to do that because I used to do eBay back in the day. So I kind of know how to do that stuff. And I found like this box set, season 1 to season 9 Family Guy. It was like, dude, it cost me £3. Yeah, $2.99. I mean, what the hell, bro? It had a total of, each season has 2 to 3 discs, so it's like 26, 27 discs for £3, and it was in such a good condition. It was almost brand new, and I was like, I'm definitely taking that because I haven't watched Family Guy since. I watched Family Guy first time when I came here. I used to work in a farm in 2011 when I came to the UK for about 3-4 months, and half of the time I was in Scotland, the other half I went to South England, central, no, yeah, about South England or something like that, on another farm because they transferred us because our contract finished for the 2.5 months that we were in Scotland. But when we were there, we didn't have no internet, and it was so fucking frustrating because we worked only in the mornings, and you start early in the morning, and literally by 12 o'clock or 1 you finish, and then what are you supposed to do? And we were on the farm. There was like 6 or 7, how do you call that? Oh fuck! Those big things where people live, caravans. Yeah, so there was like 6 or 7 caravans with nothing else to do. You know what I mean? And in that tiny caravan, we used to live 6 people. You know what I'm saying? So there was a guy from Bulgaria who brought his laptop because at that time I didn't have a laptop, and he brought his laptop and he had all of the Family Guy episodes and them by that point, because in 2011 I think they were like on season maybe 9, season 10 or something like that, I'm not sure, and we watched all of it, and I was like, oh my god, this was amazing, because there was nothing else what to do, so the last time I saw Family Guy was in 2011, and I was like, let me sit back and watch it, bro. So the first season 1, 2, and 3, I didn't saw 1 and 2 because I know they're kind of bad. Season 3 is very slow. I was like, Jesus Christ, it was nothing was happening, you know what I mean? And it's supposed to be a funny show and stuff, and but by season 4 it picks up, and on season 2 I kind of gave up. I was like, this is really bad. Oh, sorry, what the fuck. And but I saw online that people say that 1, 2, and 3 are slow, and it's very important where you're gonna jump in to a show. I always jump into a show unless it's it's a chronological order. But if I've seen it back in the day, and if every episode is for himself, for the story is not connected or whatever, I usually jumped from the middle. Meaning, if the show has 8 seasons, I'll start from season 4. And my girlfriend always makes fun of me, and she always like, I don't understand why. And I was like, because a show becomes good after the 3rd season. You know what I mean? Unless it has like 2 seasons and then gets cancelled. But these long shows, like Everybody Loves Raymond or whatever, like he has like 10 seasons. Start from season 3 or season 4. Season 1, season 2, they're kind of slow. They always are. Because it's a new show, the network doesn't want to take risk. They don't invest a lot of money, so even the show doesn't look as good. And also because they don't know if it's gonna get good, they only have a few writers. You know what I mean? Like part-time writers. And if it gets greenlit, or after a few, it's usually 6 episodes they give them. If it does well on the 6th episode, then they give them maybe 12 more. And if it does well, they complete a season. Usually, a season is like 22 episodes in America, and then they invest more and more writers and more stuff, more commercials, whatever, right? It's always slow. Anyway, so I started watching season 4, season 5, it picks up. Bro, about season 5 and season 6, it gets so wild at some point, you know? And this is in 2000. I remember when I was back in Bulgaria, I was a teenager when those seasons just came out, and they were like the biggest thing with all my friends. We were making all the stupid jokes, you know, like imitating the characters, like Quagmire, giggity, giggity, or whatever, you know, like, and there was this character of this old small Irish guy who was like, when you have a problem, want to fight about it. And I remember we used to do that all the time. You know, you want to fight about it. That's how stupid we were. But back in the day, those jokes, and for that time, it was, nobody cared. It was 2005, 6. They were doing and saying some wild shit. And now when I look at now, I was like, there's no way you can get away with stuff like that. They're gonna throw you in jail. You know what I'm saying? Fucking hell, man. So, hold on. Yeah, it's it was absolutely wild. So sometimes if I'm bored, I do that. Listen, I wanted to do an episode of Would You Rather, to play a game of Would You Rather, but I was like, you know what? I mentioned jail, and I'm gonna mention what I watched recently on Netflix. So hold on, let me remove my phone. See, this improvisation. The Mike Yanek show is improvising right now because I was supposed to do 2 episodes, just play Would You Rather and have a nice little fun evening, but no. Okay, I started talking over here, and I don't know where I'm going with this. So I need to bring out my notes. So I saw a documentary recently. I might have a look because I have only 20 minutes left in it, and I was like, nah, fuck it, I'll do it next episode. I saw some of the weirdest documentary I've ever seen. So I love to. First of all, I'm terrified of prison. Okay, I'm just putting it out there. Terrified of prison. That is the reason why I do not commit crime. Okay, I've said it many times. If prison doesn't exist, let's say the prison gets overpopulated. Okay, and the government comes out and says, listen, if you commit a crime, unless you actually kill somebody, then you're gonna go to jail. But if you commit a crime, you're gonna have how do you call it, house arrest. Bro, listen, I can easily do house arrest. I've been doing it for 1 year now as it is. It's actually not that bad. House arrest sounds lovely. Let me tell you, you have internet, you have kitchen, you know, I can bathe, I can work from home, I have Netflix. Are you kidding me, bro? I have heating. Oh, dude, I can easily do house arrest. Oh. So if that was the case, if jail was, you know, unless you did something very wild, then, oh, bro, I'll be out there scamming people left and right. Are you kidding me, bro? Oh, bro, I'll do so much crime. If one day I try to run for public office, and if I try to become president of this beautiful country, somebody will go through my podcasts and they'll clip that thing, and they'll do those campaigns in America. They're so funny, like, how do you call it, smear campaigns or whatever, the politicians. And there's gonna be black and white picture of me, closing in, and they're gonna say, a serious voiceover is going to say, like, Mike Yanek promises prosperity and equal rights for everybody, and happiness, and ponies and rainbows in Britain. And he also promises that he is going to abolish rain. There's not gonna be no more rain, wind, and shitty weather. But did you know that Mike Yanek said one time in 2021 on his podcast that was seen by probably 4 people? Even his family doesn't watch, which is true because he seen the statistics, and nobody from his home country where his whole family is located watches this piece of shit show. Did you know that he said that if jail didn't exist, he will commit so much crime? And I quote, goddamn, house arrest seems kind of nice right now. and they're gonna show a clip of me like, hey, we're going fucking crazy and saying shit that I'll be a criminal. But no, listen, mate, if I didn't have a moral compass, sometimes I'm mad that I'm such a moral person. And I know that sounds so fucking weird when I say it, But listen, I like to talk shit and make jokes, and sometimes, I think and I say wild shit, but I'm actually nice to people, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be mean to nobody in face to face, because, they might punch me in the face or stab me or something if I talk too much shit about them. So I'm kind of decent and civilized. But if I didn't have a moral compass, I was thinking the first thing I would do, I would open a church. Straight away, open a church, start a cult. Bro, are you kidding me? I would be such a good cult leader. Oh, dude, I will be out there doing speeches. I'll start off with the internet. Then I'll hire a place somewhere in a mall. You know how they have you have all the shops, but there's this space between the actual shops, and they set up shops there. So I'll just set up my little church there with a megaphone, and I'll be preaching to people. And I will be doing a lot of Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, recruiting people and stuff like that. But I can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. I wish it wasn't, But I am. So I'll never do it. And I'm afraid of jail. That's the main thing, because can we please be honest? Here, listen, this is a safe space. We can talk between each other completely honestly. How long do you think I will survive in jail? I asked this question to my girlfriend, and she said, I think that the moment you entered, and the moment, they do your registration, and, they give you the uniform, the moment they check you in, quote unquote, you're booked in for jail. This is how it's called, by the way. It's so bizarre in America, and the moment you enter, you'll be, dead. But not dead because somebody will stab you. They will... She said they will fuck you to death. And I was like, yeah, you're probably correct. If you have not seen me in person, I'm 5'4", 5'5" on a good day. I'm 60 kilos, okay? You fucking look at this beautiful face, okay? I'm joking, but I mean, come on. Not gonna survive very long time. No, it's going to be a quick experience in jail. So I'm not going to survive. That's why I don't do anything dodgy. But listen, okay, I'll have 8 minutes. No, should I tell you? Maybe I'll tell you a little bit. You know what? I'll tell you one half, and in the future episode, I'll tell you the other half. Ha ha ha. So I watched this documentary about the most toughest prisons in the world. So it's like a Netflix show. And it's 3-4 seasons, I think, about 25 different episodes, and there are literally jails all over the world. South America, there was one in Romania, there was Britain, whatever, and it's supposed to be the toughest, the scariest. And the thumbnail is this Asian looking guy with face tattoos and gold teeth or something. He's just looking like this, and I was like, bro, this is going to be some wild shit. I click on it. Now, I didn't notice at first, but it automatically sent me to the last season, and it's season 5 or something. And I was like, that's kind of interesting, So I click on it, and I see only 3 episodes, and I was thinking oh, come on, man, the whole series is only 3 episodes. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Anyway, I see Philippines. And I was like, oh, okay, Manila, hardest, because that's the first episode. So when I click on the thumbnail, it automatically starts. And I was like, okay, good. And let me have a look then. And it says that this is the biggest jail in the Philippines. It's in Manila, city center or whatever. And when I started watching it, I was like, oh, I kind of heard about this jail. Back in the day, I used to watch a Vice mini documentary or something. And I was like, man, shit. And it turns out that I think I'll have to sue Netflix for misleading information, because the thumbnail and the description said that this is going to be the toughest jail on the planet or whatever. But let me tell you something. The how do you call it? It's called the city Manila City Jail or something. Looked absolutely lovely. Okay. And you'll be like, but Mike, hold on. How can you say that? No, I'm not saying that being in jail is lovely. I'm not saying that those people who got arrested are having a lovely time. But compared to other jails, it looked absolutely phenomenal. It looked like a four-star hotel. I mean, the infrastructure was bad, I'll give you that, but the atmosphere looked absolutely lovely. Okay, because I've seen some jails, some real jails. When they say oh hardcore jail or whatever, type in. I think one of in Texas. They have it's always in somewhere down in Texas. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's always somewhere there, and they have the maximum security jails, and those jails are crazy, bro. They literally keep you in a. It's not even a cell. It's like this little padded concrete room or whatever, which is few feet by few feet, and there's nothing inside. There's just literally just a bed and a toilet, and that's it. And they have like a sliver, and they keep you 23 hours a day or something. How's it called? Some sort of confinement or whatever, which would drive you insane. And this is for the most hardcore prisoners. And then the other prisoners that don't have the isolation so much, you literally like, oh, either somebody is gonna make love to your booty, you know what I mean? In a non-consensual way, in your jail cell or in the showers, or somebody try to stab you, you know what I mean? And you have once 1 hour a day you play basketball or you lift weights in the yard, you know what I mean? And everybody gets along or whatever. They look terrified. Those jails, the American jails, looks absolutely terrifying. But the Manila jail looked lovely. Okay, let me tell you. First of all, it's not an actual jail because I think they didn't have the space or something or the infrastructure. It's literally a part of the city center that is just. It's not even barbed wire. It's literally you walk down the street, and at some point they put a gate, and the gate was literally 7 feet tall. I'm not exaggerating. Okay, maybe not 8 feet tall. You know what I mean? Okay, fair enough. I know in the Philippines everybody's probably my height, 5'4" or whatever, but still, you know what I mean? In America, those walls of the prisons are insanely like concrete, insanely tall walls. So it's literally you walk down the street, there is a gate and it says entry zone A or whatever, and you have two guards. And when you open the door, because the BBC or whatever who did it, they had a guy who went there. He stayed for a week with them, and they opened and you walked in, and it's not a jail. It's literally like they had like a little city center, and it's like former houses and former warehouses and stuff. They're just converted into. It's not even jail cell. Nobody has a jail cell because they don't have space, and the whole thing is the jail was overcrowded, overpopulated. So it originally supposed to hold 1,400 people, but currently holds 5,000 people. So it's wild. So maybe when they say it was tough because it was overpopulated. And the funny thing is, they didn't have uniforms. They only had T-shirts. They had like this yellow T-shirt with some logo or whatever, like a slogan. What was the slogan? Building a better future or something like that. Changing lives, building a better future. No, changing lives, building a safer nation. And it says BJMP. I don't know what that is. That's some sort of abbreviation. But that was the slogan on the T-shirts, bro, okay? And everybody else wearing casual, whatever you want. Some jeans or flip-flops because, it's very warm over there. They don't have coats and stuff, probably. But... and you just walk in, and they had a city center. It was wild, bro. They had businesses. So this jail, I think this was like the most fascinating jail I've ever seen, because they have like this reform structure where you go inside and they teach you a business, or you can develop a skill. So when you get licenses for whatever, and then when you get out, you can actually get a job. How fucking crazy is that? How ahead is the Philippines? Okay, I mean, Jesus Christ. And they go in there, they had businesses, bro. There was a barber, there was a guy who was baking stuff, there was another guy who was selling, I don't know, gums or flip-flops or whatever. They had businesses, and the inmates were running the businesses. They had a massage parlor. Okay, no, literally, they had a massage therapist, and the guy, he went in there and he got a massage, and he asked him, how many massage a day you do? And he's like 50, 60, 70. I do this for like 6 hours a day. And he get a license, and he's a licensed therapist now, massage therapist. So when he gets out, he can do that, to customers. And when you ask them, where did you get your license? He'll be like, hey, and the clink, what I'm saying? Like, that's wild and very progressive. but it's false advertising. That's not a tough jail, you know. And it was very overcrowded. And when they went to one of the quote unquote sales, one of the big space where 400 people slept or whatever, the guy, this was the most cute thing I've ever seen in my life. The guy asked, there's not enough space. How do you sleep? And everybody sleeps on the floor or whatever they can find. And the guy said, so he lay down and he turned to his one side. He kind of, crouched, or how's it called? Like he kind of clinched to one side. And the guy, and I'm not exaggerating, this was the most adorable thing I seen again in, Valentine passed recently. So Valentine's Day, not a person who was called Valentine died. No, Valentine's Day was recently, a few weeks ago, whatever. So he goes to the side, and the other guy, so they don't have enough space, he literally spoons him. And then another guy spoons him, and another guy spoons him, and another guy spoons him. Well, compare that to then we saw an episode, one of the toughest jails in South Africa from the same series, and it was terrifying. There was people with gold teeth, and when this poor presenter walked into their cage with 5 people, dude, they made him. He became like a cleaning boy or something. He was washing their jock straps, like fucking clothes and underwear, and he was cooking for them, and they were abusing him. And I was like, oh, that seems terrifying. And they were killing people on a daily basis in that jail, killing each other. And I was like, oh, that's terrified. But then you flip back to the Philippines, and everybody's hugging and spooning each other. And I was like, come on, bro. How the fuck that's that, bro? This seems like a lovely place, especially if you don't receive much affection in your life. You go in there, you have a meal, develop a business. Some guy gives you, some guy spoons you in the evening. What more do you want from jail? Okay, and surprisingly low amount of how do you call it, non-consensual sexual activities. Of course, because they're all spooning each other. You cannot, do the bad stuff to somebody who's like spooning you every night. You build a bond, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it was lovely, bro. And then, because, they had a few gangs and stuff, and they don't have enough officers. They have only they said they had 400 officers or something like. No, it's one officer for every 200 prisoners or something. So they literally divided different gangs, and in those gangs, some of the members act as guards and stuff, as leaders. And they all cooked together, and they washed, and they looked after each other. And the best thing is, once a week, they have this Zumba instructor that comes over. This is all on YouTube, by the way. You can find it so easily because there have been many documentaries. It's called Manila City Jail or something, Grand City Jail or something like that. They have the Zumba instructor, this middle-aged lady comes over, and they have a stage with microphones and everything, and they're blasting Philippine version of K-pop. You know what I mean? Whatever the hell they listen to over there, P-pop, Philippines pop, or whatever the hell it's called. Some funny music, some nice enthusiastic rhythmic music, and the lady, she's dancing, and you can see all the prisoners, all the gang members, and all the gangs, they get together, and they're all dancing, bro. And this this huge corridor or whatever. And the best thing is, she had backup dancers, because some of the guards were backup dancers, which is absolutely hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's dancing, and it's 40 minutes of dancing. And the presenter, he danced as well. And they all hug each other after that, and they're sharing drinks, and they're having fun, and they're laughing. And I was like, come on, bro. How the hell is that the best, the toughest jail in the world? God damn it, man. Come on, Philippines. You're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's one of my favorite people. Filipinos. You kidding me? Amazing. Oh, that's the thing that just shows you how nice Filipinos are. Even the jail. You know what I mean? Because you think Canadians are nice and polite? No, bro. Listen to me. Canadians, I've spoke to a few Canadians. I've never been in Canada, but they will say they'll be very nice, and but because it's this, they try to keep their distance. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're nice to you. And and they'll speak shit behind your back, but they try to be like, oh yeah, hello, but that's it. But the Filipinos, bro, they embrace you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they're like Spanish people, innit? They're very like, hey, and I love them. They're very nice and they're very fun to be around. But that just goes to show you, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking, the jails are crazy, bro. Jails seem fun. That's it. No more. No mas. Okay, listen, mate. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I was supposed to do something completely different, but listen, next week we're gonna play Would You Rather for a full episode. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your week and like this thing, subscribe and share or whatever. I don't care. If you're listening, if you manage to make it so far, well done to you. You deserve a medal. You go, give you an orange slice. Enjoy the rest of your week. I see you next week. Bye.